This is the Sunday Business Page with Jon Delano.
Good morning, I'm Jon Delano. Welcome to another edition of the Sunday Business Page. Happy Father's Day, everyone. And because it is Father's Day, I wanted to have an expert on fathers and men with us this morning. And she is Professor and Dr. Jennifer Lansford, who is a professor at Duke University and the director of the Center for Child and Family Policy there. Dr. Lansford, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me, and happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that a great deal. Let me first ask you, what exactly is this center at Duke that you're responsible for?
The Center for Child and Family Policy has three parts to its mission, and they have to do with education, which involves teaching, research. We study lots of different aspects of child development and families, and engagement or outreach. And this is where we work with community partners and policymakers at local, state, national, and international levels.
Well, it sounds like great work that you do. And because it is Father's Day, it seemed only natural to ask you a little more about fathers. I think we give a lot of attention to the mothers. I think Mother's Day is more important to many than Father's Day. But how important are fathers in family life?
Fathers are very important, and they're important in their own right, not just as helpers to mothers. Fathers' engagement with their children is related to children's social competence, their emotion regulation, and lots of other aspects of child development.
I wanted to pursue that a little bit because it's my understanding, and you're the expert on this, but it's my understanding that we still have maybe as much as over 45% of children born out of wedlock, meaning to single mothers. And of course, we have divorces with families split, and a lot of times custody goes to the mother. Now, that doesn't mean in any of those cases that fathers are out of the picture. Fathers have to really get into the picture. But does it matter when it comes to a child's development, whether a father is around?
It does. I mean, in general, more people who love and support the child, the better. And so whether that support is coming from a mother and a father, or two mothers and two fathers, is less important in terms of family structure than that the child is being supported. But that said, so essentially more support and attention is better than less. And so fathers can really be important parts of that whole family constellation for a child.
Well, I think there are some roles that men play that women don't, and vice versa, of course. So I guess the question is, how can you be a good father? What is it that you should do if you want to be a good father?
That's a great question.
And not just on Father's Day, I might add.
Yeah, throughout the year. I mean, I think the really important parts are to make sure that the child feels loved and supported. That's critically important for all kids everywhere. And so certain ways that fathers can do that is one, by being there, by spending time with the child, by supporting the child's interests, by attending children's events. So there are a number of different ways that fathers can show their love and support. They can also provide encouragement to children, to play with children. Fathers play with children in different ways from how mothers play with children, on average. And so some of the ways that fathers play with kids that's different from how mothers play with kids tends to be with more rough and tumble play. That can help kids learn to regulate their emotions and also promote their social skills when they're playing with other kids.
I think all of that is very good advice. I also might add that I think a good father needs to be supportive of a good mother, and show that support in front of children. And that, I know that's hard if you're in a divorce situation or an unwed situation in which there's no real relationship. But to the extent you can, I think that makes a difference too.
That's absolutely true. And it goes both ways. So fathers should be supportive of mothers, mothers should be supportive of fathers, and that co-parenting role can be critically important. And what's, I think, really important too for kids is to be protected from interparental conflict. And so being supportive of each other can help help shield kids from conflict between parents.
Yeah, no question. Keep the conflict out of their sight, at least at the younger ages. Well, Dr. Jennifer Lansford, thank you so much for sharing Father's Day with us. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you for watching this edition of the Sunday Business Page. Happy Father's Day. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.